So are you single and are afraid to make big boss money moves? Well, this video is for you. Listen to my story, girl. Listen. So this is my story. Growing up, for as long as I can remember in my adult life, I always wanted to get property, right? So I got a decent job at a really nice age, young age, and as I kept, growing in my job and just like my income, I felt, you know what, I think it'll be good to get property. But guess what? I got so paralyzed by the fear that what if I get this big loan or mortgage and a brother comes and wants to marry me and I can't save towards the wedding because there's this huge commitment that I have made. I also got afraid that what if I can't sustain myself within the marriage? What if he comes with his own loan and we can't really just, sustain ourselves? And I thought, but what? These were legitimate fears. I didn't want a strain on our marriage because I got to see a couple or two that seemed strained by finances, because they maybe took out a loan to pay for their wedding, and it was just really crazy. And I just didn't want that kind of strain, didn't want that kind of pressure on my marriage. Just want to enjoy marriage. I also thought, what if he's intimidated by my acquisitions? In fact, this was a fear that was projected onto me by people, by the society. They would say, Wame, you're getting all these things, but what if the guy is just going to scare the boys away? It's going to chase the boys away. So these were legitimate fears, and I got paralyzed. I kind of just hesitated and actually lost a bit of time because I went back and forth in my decision as to whether I should get into a commitment, a financial commitment. By the way, this is not financial advice, okay? If you need professional financial advice, go to a financial advisor to give you that. I am just telling you my story, my personal opinion. So now this is how I got to overcome those fears. Number one, what if I can't save towards the wedding, right? But who's to say there won't be more opportunities that come? Why do we have to have such a limited mindset? Why not have an abundance mindset? That if I get the mortgage and pay for this property, there will be more things that will come as opportunities to give me more income, such that I'll be able to fund the wedding without taking another loan, without needing to take another loan towards the wedding. That it will be possible to save towards the wedding. It will be possible to fund the wedding. You understand? Why do I have to be so limited in my thinking that I would think it's gonna take so long, it's gonna take 5 years or 10 years to save for the wedding if I have this mortgage? No, honey boo, there are so many opportunities. And one thing I've learned about this life thing is that the more you think big and actually take action towards those big goals and dreams, is the more it attracts even more things, more opportunities to help you to move forward and help you to really progress in those dreams and goals. So I think the solution to that kind of fear is to think big. Just ask God to help you think bigger, because that's exactly how it works. You think big and you start taking action, it brings in more opportunities. I've seen it work. I've seen it work in not only in my life but in other people's lives too. So how about you try that? That's what I did, and it's working. The other fear that I had was, what if we can't sustain ourselves in the marriage after I take out a loan or mortgage? And the answer to that is, but why can't I? Why can't I continue to sustain myself in the marriage? If I can sustain myself while single, why can't I continue to do so in the marriage? And for him as well. You see, at the bank, when they process your mortgage or loan, they check what your take home is going to be. This is your net salary. So if you can sustain yourself while single, it should still be possible while married, unless he's gonna bring me really demanding in-laws. The other fear was, what if it chases the boys away if I have acquired certain things? Well, what if I actually meet a guy who's rich too? How about that? You see, society is always thinking on the negative, and I get it that men want to be like, the provider and like have much more, just to be able to you feel like they're man enough type of thing. But why do we always have to think on the negative side, that I'm gonna meet a poor guy, that I'm gonna meet a guy who's not as you know, trying to find a good word here. But you get the point. Why do we have to always think of it that way? Why can't we think I am actually going to meet a guy who's just as capable as I am, who's just as moneyed as I am, who's just as who has just as much as I have? Isn't it possible? It is possible. It is so possible. So I'm gonna meet a rich guy. Anyway, so but it's just, I think it's all about the mindset. I think it's a matter of just shifting our mindset and thinking abundance instead of poverty, or thinking like lack, right? I mean, God is able to do things, man. God is able to do amazing things. So I just pray that this sets you free, because it set me free when I began to think that way. Stop thinking lack, think abundance. Go and make those boss moves. Child, go make those boss moves, because time is not waiting for anybody. Somebody once said, with money, you can always, if you lose it, you can always make it again, doubled, tripled even. But with time, if you lose it, it's gone. So go and make those boss moves. Besides, if you do get property through that mortgage, you can always sell it if things get really tough. If you have gotten a car through a loan and you get married and you feel like it's so strenuous for you, you can still sell it. Use public transport. I mean, it's all about playing around with the numbers and just, there's so many options out there. And if you need professional advice, you can always get a financial advisor to advise you. I just think that, like, just, oh my gosh, just go and do it. Please go and do it. But remember, again, this is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion about what to do when you're faced with such things. If you're a single girl and you have been afraid to make some moves because you're waiting, you don't know when you're gonna get married anyways, and you don't know if you're gonna get married. I said it. But because we believe God, and we believe that God, will give us husbands, and give us marriages, we are gonna believe that we will get married, but we still don't know when. We don't know when. So because you don't know when, I encourage you, please don't waste any more time. Go and do it. Go and make those big boss money moves, okay? Besides, this is also, it also speaks to being a good steward of what you've been given. If God has resourced you and He has given you a good job, or He has given you a great income, and you say you're gonna wait for somebody else's son, I don't know, man. The world is waiting. The world is waiting for those amazing things you're gonna do with the resources that you have. So imagine you're making somebody wait for you because you're waiting for somebody that you don't know when he's gonna come. I'm just saying. But anyways, this is all I had for you on this topic. Comment down below if you have different thoughts, and I'll see you again in the next video.